Also tonight, as the dust settles on 2 days of arguments at the Supreme Court over the legality of same-sex marriage, there is new evidence the justice's decision may not carry much weight.
That's because of a growing shift in just how Americans view gay marriage these days. Steve Shanovy's outside the Supreme Court tonight to explain it. Steve?
Well, what's happened here outside the Supreme Court the last couple of days has certainly sparked a surge of emotion, but the question is, has it really swayed any views? As polling experts have shown that in the past, particularly when it comes to same-sex marriage, it takes more than specific scenarios to change people's minds. 2 days of impassioned support outside the Supreme Court may give credence to the argument of increased support of gay marriage, particularly among the younger generation.
To kind of put pressure on definitely the older generation to, get with the times and change.
In a study earlier this month, the Washington-based Pew Research Center found more than 70% of those polled under the age of 30 support same-sex marriage.
The younger generation is more supportive now than they were 10 years ago, and more supportive now than the older generation is.
The new Time magazine cover proclaims gay marriage already won, even if no universal ruling comes from the Supreme Court.
If the Supreme Court doesn't issue any real definitive rulings that are sort of a 50-state nationwide kind of nature, I think you'll see this battle go back to where it's been up till this point, which is in state legislatures and state ballot measures.
Which would also have the National Organization for Marriage claiming victory, arguing voters, not the Supreme Court, should be the decision makers.
Over the last 15 years, over 45 million Americans have voted to protect marriage. That's 60% in over 31 states, including 7 million in California. And so we hear a lot about the polling, but we continue to be an advocate for the idea that this debate should continue and that the people should ultimately decide this issue.
Leaving both sides claiming victory as the debate over same-sex marriage continues. Live at the Supreme Court, Steve Shanovy, ABC 7 News.